So here's a physical therapy program for lower back pain during squats. Okay. So if I have lower back pain and squat day pops up, what should my program look like initially? And as I progress over the course of time, how do I make the program more and more challenging to return back to my normal squat routine? Okay. So maybe during week 0 to 2, you're pretty flared up. What would your low back pain, what would your rehab program look like on a squat day? So let's say you're supposed to do a barbell back squat, but that feels like garbage. So instead of a barbell back squat, your first exercise of the day is a goblet squat to a bench. I like to combine that with some sort of anterior core exercise because that's helpful to get out of low back pain, right? And on your next exercise, you're supposed to be doing a heavy barbell reverse lunge, but that doesn't feel good because the heavy load hurts your back. So you may try a goblet split squat with a bit of a tempo. Okay. This allows us to train our legs in a way it doesn't irritate the spine. We slow down the movement a little bit so the spine tolerates it even better. And I'll often combine that with another core exercise because, like I described earlier, doing core strengthening is something that helps us get out of pain, right? So we're able to train the lower body a little bit on this given training day. Plus, we incorporate a few rehab exercises to push us into a better place even faster. Okay. Now, let's say you do this for 2 weeks, you're starting to make a little progress. How does your program change? So let's say instead of a goblet squat to a bench, we're now doing a goblet squat through a full range of motion, which is a little bit more challenging. All right. We still have the reps pretty high, so we're not doing anything heavy yet. So 3 sets of 8 with a controlled descent and a 1-second pause in the bottom. Adding a tempo is a really nice way to continue training with reduced load because typically when your back is killing you, you can't use heavy weights, right? I like to couple that again with another core exercise. So we're doing dead bugs again. And then after we finish up our goblet squats and dead bugs, we need to do some single-legged strength training. We're getting a little bit stronger and the back is feeling better. So now I'm doing a goblet reverse lunge. I'm doing 3 sets of 8 and I've taken away the tempo some, right? So I'm going full speed because the back is feeling better and I'm able to start increasing the loads a little bit. Okay. Again, I couple that with a side bridge or side plank. And this time I'm taking my feet apart, right? Which is a more challenging variation of the side plank. So things are getting harder from a core perspective as well. All right. Let's say I tolerate those next 2 weeks really well and I'm ready for something that's even more challenging. What am I going to do on weeks 4 to 6? Well, we're just going to make things a little harder again. So exercise 1, which is our squat variation, we're now turning this into a front squat. So with a front squat, the motion is actually very similar to a goblet squat, except in a front squat, you can add more load, right? And as you'll see here, we're starting to decrease the reps a little bit. So instead of sets of 8, now we're doing sets of 6 to 8, which means that we can put a little more weight on the bar, right? Because now the spine is tolerating more load. Okay. Again, we couple that with another core accessory exercise to help with the low back pain. Our next exercise is a lunge variation. Our back's feeling quite a bit better. So now we can do a barbell back rack reverse lunge. There's no tempo, all right? And the loads are going to be heavier than a goblet hold because when you hold a weight on your back, it's a little bit easier to load up than when you carry it in the front with a goblet. And we couple that again with a side bridge and the back is feeling even better. So we incorporate another exercise. This time we have a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So we're increasing the stress on the challenge increasing the stress on the lower back over the course of time. Okay. Let's say you're doing great and you're ready to advance week 6 through 8. Now we're doing a barbell back squat. Okay. So we progress all the way from a tempo goblet squat to a box, all the way back up to a back squat. And what you'll notice here is we're doing sets of 5. So usually a back squat is a little bit heavier than a front squat. So we're advancing from that perspective. And the other piece is that we're decreasing the reps again. So we're increasing the load. After that, we're going to do a barbell Romanian deadlift, which again, very stressful for the spine, but our back can handle at this point, and we want to continue advancing. Okay. Couple that with a lateral pillar hold. If you've never tried these before, they're extremely challenging. They're definitely harder than side bridge variations. So we're progressing from a core perspective. And then we also have a barbell front rack reverse lunge coupled with a lateral bear crawl. So generally speaking, we're just increasing the challenge of the exercises over the course of time. We're incorporating harder and harder core stability exercises as the back tolerates it. And eventually we start progressing back to whatever program you're doing previously, right? So here's the thing. If you want a full done for you program from A to Z, right? What to do on week 1 versus what to do on week 10, I have that for you. It's called the Ultimate Training Program to get out of lower back pain and back to training lifts that you love. I'll leave a link in the bio. So if you want everything, all the guesswork taken away, I've got that for you. All right. Link in the show notes. So here's what I want you to do next, guys. If you enjoyed this video so far, I have an entire course. It's free. It's called the Fitness Pain Free Mini Course. And we go over 3 lessons going to help you take a lot of this information that we went over so far and put it into practice. The first lecture is called Why We Need a Better System. So first and foremost, the way we treat fitness individuals, all right, athletic people in the gym from a physical therapy perspective is pretty much broke, okay? So we need a better system to serve the folks that are in the gym that get hurt, they want to get back to training, all right? Lecture number 2 is called 7 Reasons Why People Get Hurt in the Gym. And essentially, we have to know the reasons why people get hurt in the gym so we can keep them safe in the future, right? And when they get hurt, we have to know why and how to get them back to training in the gym. Okay. So a thorough understanding of this is very, very important. I actually have a really cool infographic that goes along with this lecture that you get for free as well. And lastly, we go over a case study of how to get someone out of pain and back to training. So these principles are all phenomenal, but we don't actually put it together and you don't understand how to create a program to get people back in the gym and keep them safe for the long term, then we lose, right? So I'll put a link in the show notes for this. It's a fitness pain free mini course. Definitely check this out.